Hello everybody, this is Jappa Maran here. You may be able to notice that we've made a slight jump in progress. I would consider it not massive enough to completely restart. I had a bit of a recording issue with my recording software, Shadowplay, where for whatever reason it would just record like 1 second, and I didn't notice that it just immediately said recording started and then boom, recording saved. Kind of annoying. So we're just going to start from here. I mined this area out, or collected a ton of trees for more lumber. I've expanded our production industry of sawmills here. Moved the sawmill away. I've continued to expand our plank row houses. I'm going to have some elevators here in the central part of the housing district. I mined out a chunk here and built a large fuck-off staircase up, and continued to mine the side of this mountain. I've also continued to build out, and I will continue building out this area where I'm going to be doing most of my farming. If we can see here, where I had ended out on the last episode was showing where I was going to continue building out, and as well as expanding the farms. This is a flax field, which I will actually be fertilizing. And as soon as I can, I'll probably be making cotton fields over here. And probably expanding with another tree farm over here, because this is a very fertile area. Looking at the top of the mountain here, I'm essentially cutting off the crown, slowly shaving down. In fact, I think I can just move these guys down all the way, all the way down to here. And in fact, get rid of you and you, and just place a platform here. That way I can do this, and in fact, I'd like to mine this out as well. Okay, that looks good. As many miners as I can get to begin shaving off the top of this mountain. You can see all the miners going up. Very nice. Actually, I should probably put a storage somewhere in the middle here that they can just... Actually, I'll put a temporary storage up here just so that there's a bit of build-up. I'm not sure if this tree farm is doing very well. I might switch this one over to be trees as well. Any other good islands? It's a bit of a weird archipelago. This stuff is basically completely cut off from this area, so I'm probably just not going to worry about any of these islands except for mining way in the future if I end up needing it, but given that I chose boosted, I highly doubt that I will need it. Rock salt, tin, all very useful resources for the future. Tin is more of a mid to late game resource for bronze. Rock salt is also just a way to boost. Uh-oh. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my god, you see this bug? Oh, and now my keyboard's disconnected, okay. So this is the only bug I've ever had with this game. Very rare, you can see it's just Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't have to restart, thankfully. But just be wary. Sometimes that'll just happen. No explanation as to why that happens. It'll even happen when you have your menu opened, your escape menu. Let's look at what else do we want to continue doing. Did I put down my ore? I did. In fact, I will have that go immediately. And I'll let that build up a little bit. Until then, I'm going to just get the medical triage tent, just so we have that research out of the way. This could be an acceptable cotton field. A little bit of pollution is acceptable. Let's look at the fertility of resources over here. Whoa, okay. Maybe I just flatten this area as well and make this another field. Do I have any apprentices without jobs? It doesn't look like it, but I can just have 2 people working here. All I really want is to get as many woven cloaks as I can, as soon as I can, just so I can sell that off to the smuggler, get a good extra bit of gold bullion. I think a lot of these I'm actually just going to empty out. That way I can go like this, put another one here, I think this will grow of small warehouse, or yeah, small warehouses. Now what is the plan for the future of this colony? I think the main thing I want to do, obviously including optimization of everything, that'll mean using, I'd go over to the research tab here, utilizing the conveyor belts quite heavily, as well as the elevators. This tailor will also be a massive one. In fact, that's probably one of the first things I'm going to be going for as soon as I can on this next research tab. Go immediately to fabrics, to tailors, so I can begin really producing tailored cloaks. That'll give me a massive boost. If you see, I feel like it's slightly unbalanced, because you can go from no research, the woven cloaks, tier 1 clothing, straight in tier 1 to get 4-star clothes, which you can sell for 55 gold per to the smuggler. It seems a little broken, in my opinion, but I do... Yeah. So we are definitely doing very well. So once it gets to probably about here or here, I'm going to put down a fire tender and start putting out the fires, or different bonfires. No real rhyme or reason to some of it, I think. I'll definitely have one here. The good thing about the bonfire, unlike the campfire, this can literally go anywhere. Let's put down, you know, I'll just put a fire tender down right now. I'll put you right there. With this, I think I'm going to go you. Just like that. Always good throughout the entire game to go for the maximum possible. Whisker ship as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's do a reroll. 2 monarchists. So 1, 2, 3, 4 I can take, because I won't take the unsafe worker. I think that's acceptable, actually. So just don't take monarchists. It's just not worth it unless you're doing that one, I think it was, I can't remember the name of it. There's one game mode where it's not penalized. Oh, I don't need that right now, actually, so let's reroll. I'm fishing for technology. I don't want that. I'll just reroll to see if I can get some machinery. I can't. That's fine. I do very much need planks. Probably not this badly. What I could do... No. I'm gonna... We're not doing incredible on food, so, you know, I'm gonna do this. We don't need the medicine either. I will actually just reject that. If I can reject a resupply without much negative penalties, I will do it every single time. It's completely worth it. It's actually almost rarely worth to take a resupply. It's kind of just... I feel like it probably needs a rework of what we should do. Do that. I think one of the things also I'm going to do is mine a little area right here. This will be the beginning of the next platform. We're just going to go layer by layer, too high at most. Well, give them every opportunity to mine out as much as possible. It is a bit of a weird shape. This pollution is unfortunate, and I'm sure it'll eat away at some of our approval, but with some of the other things that we're making, smoked fish and the better housing, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Always move these up closer. So this is already starting to get flax. I think it's time to turn you into trees. And I'll have you harvest early. See, we're already through the good tailored cloaks. Now I can start doing that research with the copper bars without much worry. Do I have enough educated people to get another one of these? I do. I do. This begs the question of where do I want to put this research lab, because I don't want it to be in the way. Right here is definitely in the way of this crop field. Maybe I'll put it over here, but... you know, I think I'm just going to leave this one here for now. And in fact, I'm just going to put another one here, go against literally what I just said. But you know what? It's alright. Everything is temporary until it isn't, but definitely want to consider for the future what would make sense. Do I like these guys too? Oh, I'm already... Whoa, I'm using all my approval? What am I using my approval on? Whoa, okay, we're really using it on strip mining. Worth it, though. Totally worth it. I'm sorry, is that gold right there? Focus that, please. Always go for the gold. Always going around, making sure you're grabbing all the little bits of coal here and there. Even if you think you got it all, there's always going to be more. Just somewhere. Okay, that looks better. End of day. And even with 0 approval sitting around, we immediately hit max, so... I think there should be a way to increase that maximum of approval, because if we're hitting it every single time... What's the best way to improve this? Your approval is earned each night. Useful for various... Capacity grows with population size. Begs the question, because there is an achievement to have 34 approval for every single beaver or whisker in your colony. But the industry is booming. There we go. Let's get you in there. Get that research going as quickly as possible. That's what you like to see. This is the one that's important. Getting Eureka bonus. Let's see what's going on here. So the one I really want to do here is cotton. Doesn't even have to be a massive field. Okay. I guess I'll expand here. Yeah, I'll expand right here, I think. Always want to keep expanding. Little discrete chunks. I wish I could move certain kinds of storage, or if there was like a really small storage that I could move around like this to help with this kind of thing, but... Oh, here we go, here we go. And now, immediately, I want to go for... This is important, but I don't think it's necessary right this second. I'm actually going to go for conveyor belts first, even though that goes against what I said, but definitely I think that's much more useful to us at this point. Are these 3 overwhelmed? They look overwhelmed, but partly because this one says it's requesting this, but it doesn't exist. Definitely take you. So now we're really making Roman cloaks. I think actually I'll make this. Cows consume slowly over time, increasing the output. Recipes when present. And I think I'll put that, because that doesn't produce any pollution. I'm going to put this in this temporary industrial district. Right here. And it's actually a pretty cheap building. Do I need another one of these wool furnaces? I definitely need another charcoal burner. Let's not allow fuel in this one, and in fact put another one here, high priority. And I think actually I will have to make another tree farm, because I'm definitely not producing enough trees. And in fact I have to destroy this, because this is in the way. Because what I'm going to do... is put... how do I want to do this? I guess I'll put it right here. There's no easy way to reconfigure this, unfortunately. I'll put it right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the input hopper here. It's going to go down, and it's going to enter right about here into a newly constructed small warehouse, which will be also temporary, because I definitely want to get rid of this at some point, because this whole area will be flat. Probably within the next few episodes, we'll make a fertilizer production with, hang on, where is it? Not the cotton gin. With this right here, the sifting tower. One of the research options allows you to turn pot ash into fertilizer. That one's going to be massive once we get to it. Currently early fall, so this guy's not doing anything. But I definitely want to make sure he covers basically the entire island and everything important. I'll need to begin building more houses as well. Alright, very good, very good. You can now get moved up. Just like that. Nice and easy. Always love to see the green spread. There we go. 4 machinery and 3 woven cloaks. That's perfectly fine. That's one of also the good things about machinery. It's basically just a bribe to keep the pirates away, which not fun to have to pay them every time. This is one I am perfectly happy to pay, but yeah, not nearly enough woven cloaks. I don't need the medicine right now, so that's just a good boon to my my income. There we go. I want to make sure I get as much early game as I can to try and help boost. There we go. About half our savings is in gold bullion, which I don't want to use right now. Okay. This one might just have to do, because I don't see... Heavy Eater is fine, because it will produce more than enough food. To be honest, I'm fine with taking all of this. There's no monarchists, and there's no unsafe workers, so let's take all of them. And boom, we're already not... we have not enough housing. Okay. Let us naturally expand this so that it's like boom, boom. No logs, really. If this guy has logs of any kind, I'm gonna have to take them, unfortunately. That's okay. That'll put them busy for a little while. That'll keep them busy. Very nice. In fact, I will stop fertilizing these because that's just not necessary. See, they don't have to have very high fertility. It's completely fine. That's just enough so that we can keep producing. Alright, let's see. Can I expand this field? Yeah, I can expand this field out like this for now. Let's look at the cotton. Cotton is still not quite there. Berries, unfortunately this area is not very good for berries, but that's fine. I'm going to put down another farm, just like that. And this farm is going to be the cotton field, which I'm going to do like this. In fact, I'll move you out of the way. Same with you. And I'll fix that field up a little bit. some of these don't currently need the bonus, because I do want to reserve that for something like this, or for these guys with the policy for strip mining, so we can use that up. So it looks like they are almost finished with this entire area, which is very nice. Move them a bit closer to each of these. Is there any more gold? Oh, there totally is. There's always more gold where that came from. And you see I'm not touching this, not because I don't want these resources, but because it'll just be included with the chunk that we're about to mine out. Okay. There, how's that? Make it a little easier. And in fact, I very much need a woodcutter, which I will make high priority. I will also use fertilizer, and I should have a good amount of fertilizer sitting around, about 52. So it says about 50%, and I will remove rocks. And I'm just hoping I can get a harvest off this relatively soon. Very nice amount of approval. Rebellion forever going up is always nice. You see, not all of them have this boost, but a good amount of them do, which I very much am very happy for. Excuse me. Okay, I'll definitely need more charcoal. That seems to be the bottleneck at this point. Mostly, or fuel, mostly because we don't have enough logs. Definitely have enough mining camps. Really? Okay. This is my Swiss bank account, essentially. If you ever played Tropico. Nice little assortment. Already back up to pleased. Another smuggler ship, but I don't think I'll be ready for them. How much woven cloaks do we even have? Not even a great deal, and we seem to be using up a lot of them. Ooh, I will take this. I'll take you, I'll take you, you, and you. I will not take either of these. Actually, wait. I'll take you. I will not take the monarchist. Double whammy on that one. A monarchist and an unsafe worker? Like, get out of here. Ooh, okay. Oh, 30% mining. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of the plank abode. And I'm going to take this mining bonus. I would take this, but this is just not very helpful. But this one is going to be massive for us. They're already getting another bonus. Immediately get that filled up. So you see we have a lot of people just not working at this point. That's mostly because of the wood shortage, which I desperately need to fix right now. And in fact, I'll give these guys the overtime bonus, just so they have that nice, juicy 40%, plus 40 to their work speed. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I don't need this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a temporary storage solution on this level, make a few bits for them to store stuff. Put them a bit closer here, just so it's a bit easier. See that one? I will make those guys perpetual, just so we're continuously making more logs, which makes more planks. See, we're not even fully using all of our stone. We're not using it fast enough, and I think mostly because we don't have enough logistics hubs, which again comes back from the fact that we're not getting enough logs, which definitely will be fixed as soon as we can. Do I have enough fertilizer sitting around? I don't think I do. So I look at these fields. You can see only some of the fields are actually getting tended to, which is unfortunate. Right, let's get... Do I have any apprentices doing menial work? I don't, which is unfortunate, but I think I don't need one of the apprentices in one of these here. Maybe just for a little while. I'll just have you make with an apprentice, or with just a regular worker, just making a few copper scissors. We're definitely not making enough of this. Day is ending here. So far the colony's doing okay, but we definitely could be doing better on our wood production and our food production. Food production is still not amazing. Definitely going into winter, we need to make sure we're producing enough, not only logs, yeah, mostly just logs, having a good excess of logs. So this is almost complete here. A few vestiges of this level. In fact, I'm going to make a little bit of extra room here for them. Yeah, I can make another wood farm, just like right here, I think. Once I clear out this. Temporarily, I'm going to make this guy here. Let's reject all, and I will only accept copper, tin, iron. Probably won't go to iron in this area because I'll move it. Definitely copper and tin, and fuel. I will, I'll accept fuel, and in fact, I'll let certain resources build up here. Yeah, you really don't want that. The smog, great smog effects in this game. Definitely want to get rid of it as soon as possible. they're almost done with this. Always in little sections. I think I'll keep landscaping over here, actually. From here. This one will probably be the largest amount of material. Almost as much as all the other ones, just because of its multiple levels. Get rid of as many of the resources from these as I can. Just trying to get some logs back where we might not need them. Ooh, it's a very rich gold vein. It's the only... Okay, so... Now, I'm actually going to move these over. And with that... Oh, one more. And with that, I'm going to begin mining for this level. Oh, hang on. Am I missing anything? I'm actually going to get rid of you. Make sure I don't miss anything. I probably missed a little lip, which is fine. And with this, they're really going to start. To have a place for them to put resources out to. No, I probably should have restarted, just given how weird this map is, actually. As soon as I can get the rail cart, the railroad, I will probably want to get that going as soon as I can. I'm going to start working on a bridge here, as this is how I'm going to be building the railroads, just because these are so much cheaper. I can build stuff directly on top of it. And yes, it uses cut stone, but it is just simply cheaper in logs, which I find to be more important, at least right now. Definitely forgot to fill you up. Very well. I think a lot of the bonus that we're getting right now is just from the plank row houses, just because they're so useful, so important. And now that I can, I'm gonna put you here, you here. I'm gonna get rid of this guy here and put one here. In fact, I'll put a bonfire just temporarily. I'm gonna remove a tile here and put one just like right here, just to make their lives easier, and I'll also put another one up here, make their lives easier. And I think I'll also put one more over here. I think right there is perfect. And then from there, yeah, that's probably the most I'll do. And even up here, I don't want them to finish this before winter. They don't need these. I don't even have the luxury trader. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Beautiful. Actually, I think it's cheaper just do that. Very good. And I think now... I think I was already doing it, but definitely make sure no fish, only smoked fish. In fact, I'm going to cut both of these, even though I'm not making mushrooms right this second. But we will be at some point, and we'll definitely be producing so many mushrooms. We do not want... yeah, no, I don't need any of your shit. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Alright, now I can get rid of these. Definitely get one more small warehouse, which I'll put right. Like that. Okay. I do want to get a craft master in this one if I possibly can. I may have to settle for an educated person, and also a rebellious person. Do I roll? I don't need a craft master that badly right now. And in fact, I think I'm going to make a school. So I'm just going to take all these guys. I'm going to take all of them. And with that, I will actually make a school. Because I do have a craft master currently. I'm going to put the school right here temporarily. Just kind of build out this kind of research park here, or a research zone. Okay, now that that's there, I'm going to put you right there. There. And right there. Very useful. We're building out here. This will be easier for them. Oh, that actually cut stone. Uh-oh. I will actually just quickly remove this, because these don't need to just sit there. It's better to have the cut stone for the bonfire production right now. Let's get that built. A lot of them still need to be built. Okay, with those scissors being built, or being used, I'm going to do this. This will give us an extra 25% produced. So instead of 2, we potentially get a third. It's not very consistent. Please. I definitely need to get more housing, and all that house is going to be built right here, just so I can get, just so the production, or just so I can give them amenities much easier. We simplify things considerably if all of the houses are in one place. I'll have a nice transportation network to an industrial park, which I will probably keep somewhere over here, I think. Because I'm definitely going to be mining out this probably down completely by the end of the series. Maybe even this island as well. Reason for that is this island looks like it has tons of iron and potash, which I'll be using up. Not much gold, which is unfortunate, because I do want to go to an island with a lot of gold. That'll be one of the main resources I want to look for in an island. So whichever island has a good amount of gold is where I'm going to be building the industrial park, which is kind of around. And if I don't see it, I'll just have to put it probably around here. This area is a very good candidate to have just flatten, which I was looking at just a bit ago, a couple minutes ago. And I want to make sure this has probably tons of farms, which I will be using fertilizer. Good thing about fertilizer in this game, I don't know if you saw it here, if I actually go with this, 150%. So the maximum amount of fertility you can get naturally is 100%. And the fertilizer immediately puts it to 150%. Doesn't matter what it was before, it's 150% now. So don't completely worry about what exactly the land is underneath. Am I getting chili paws yet? No. Okay, we're good. 8 raw food. How? Do I not have enough? No, what? Oh, we don't have enough, we don't have enough cafes. Uh-oh. Let's add a cafe, right? Here. Again, this one will definitely be temporary, I swear. This one will be, I swear this one will be temporary for sure. In fact, I may want a cafe like here-ish somewhere. I'm just going to leave these buildings close to the bonfire, just so that, yes, they will be going out into the cold in the winter, but at least they'll be able to come back to a nice, warm place. Alright, these I will actually give a temporary bonus, just so we can get that production up. Oh, is that one? Did I just see one cotton production? We'll also boost these ones. Just a nice temporary boost. Okay, here we go. This is important because I have so many extra whiskers just sitting around. You do not need to be at the smokery. I will put you here. And boom, we're gonna have 3 new craft masters. It's gonna make it so these whiskers have much higher needs, but given there's not too many of them, it won't make enough of a difference, and very soon, probably within the next winter, we'll have good fabric and tailored clothes production. So we're definitely not producing enough fuel. Or rather, we don't have anywhere for us to put it. just like that. I want to make sure that this is where their production is set to go to, just so this simplifies things considerably. They're just like, boom, and it just goes right into storage. This should streamline things considerably. I don't want to overproduce scissors, so I'm actually going to fire you. In fact, I'm going to fire you. I don't need that many. I can have a good 20-something scissors just sitting in reserve, and if I notice that it's like, hey, we don't have any scissors, I can just go and make more. It's not that big of a deal. Woven cloaks, though, is a bit of an issue. I think probably a part of it is definitely the rocks. So I think I'm going to temporarily make a few more, farms, just to get a little bit of extra help for these ones. You, and I'll build, I'll build you. I have the population for it, and in fact, I think it's time to fund the fire tenders, since we're going to start getting chilled paws. And I definitely need to get another bathing house. That's a big one. Going to make a bridge here. And with that bridge will come another bathing dock, which actually I'm going to put that as high priority above anything else. Looks like it doesn't matter. They're not even apprentices. Wish there was a way that I could see my total amount of storage. Because at the moment I'm sure I have close to 1,000 actually at this point. Unfortunately, that gold vein ended there. And this will be the start of winter. Here comes the snow. Boom! Immediately. In fact, I need to overtime these guys. You gotta be working right now. Fill up those fuels. Fill up the bonfires.
It feels like every day this. It feels like.
Oh no, that's. Actually, I'm gonna make another charcoal burner. I desperately need another one. This one. Get that thingy up. Get it up. Get it up. Also get a temporary charcoal burner. Or just some temporary storage. I do not need you. Goodbye. At the moment, I just need fuel. Temporarily, we're gonna have a bit of a chilled pause negative modifier, but it'll be fine. At this point, these are too cold. But the good thing about this game is you can actually continue to farm into winter, which is a little weird. Just because if you have a bonfire or a good enough heat source, if you hit H, if it's warm enough, you'll still be able to farm, which I think shouldn't be allowed. Look at him go. Alright, now I can go for... I don't think I need the medium warehouse. Actually, I'm just going to go straight for We're doing fine on income. So I'm actually going to go for water pumping and then the sifting tower. And then I'm going to go for these two. When the winter's over, or by the time the winter's over, I definitely want to get more. Let's actually get rid of you. I don't care if I lose the stone, it doesn't matter. No biggie. No biggie. Definitely want to get that pollution cloud fixed. Dealt with. Wait, how much does he have? Oh, it's two different whiskers. Chili. To be honest, it'll only affect your approval, but really, doesn't matter. Cut some jobs. Cut those jobs. They are not needed. Not right now. It does affect, the temperature in the winter does affect the fertility a little bit, but actually no it doesn't. What am I talking about? You have dirty paws. Why aren't you going to the bathhouse? There's a bathing dock right here. I don't care if it's winter. There's a little light. That'll keep you warm, I guess. How's our education going? Expectation's only up by half a star? I don't think I believe that for Master Craftsman. It definitely goes up higher than that. Use your approval a little bit more. So unfortunately, I can only get 2 policies at this point, and it's late game when you'll really be able to change that. I'm not sure if Eureka moments are really helping us out all that much at this point. One way to check is to go to your total resources and go to the previous day. Research. 21, 24, so at the moment, honestly, 18 is not that bad, all things considered. We're definitely going to get to the point where we're making nauseating amounts of pollution, which isn't going to be good, but should be still acceptable. We're definitely hitting the Eureka moments, so I think it's worth it. That's 3 extra research already just today, which is pretty big. The sooner I can stop burning logs and just focus on using it for planks, the better for my industry. I think we're actually coming up to the end of this episode. It's unfortunate that I actually lost some of that recording. I blame NVIDIA, but it is still on me that I didn't notice. Look at that. Beautiful. Right into storage. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the good stuff. What? Where are you going? Alright. And in fact, I'm going to save that. And I'm going to call that the end of this episode. This has been Jap and Moran with Whiskerwood. I'll see you guys in the next episode.